Welcome back to the lecture series on Python programming specialization. In the last few videos, we have seen what modules are and how to use file processing applications in Python. That is, how to use files for large input-output operations. In addition, we have also discussed varieties of data structures that are supported by Python. So, like what are lists, then the tuples, dictionaries and sets are, and how to represent them using the Python data structures, and how efficiently you can represent varieties of data in Python. So, we have discussed in the last few lectures in the second module of Python programming specialization. In this lecture and in the next few videos, we will see a special and important package that is supported by Python, that is NumPy. So, NumPy is very interesting and very useful package that is supported by Python. So, especially for those who are working with the matrices. So, before understanding what NumPy is and before understanding what is the use of NumPy library, so we will try to understand what a matrix is and why do we need to use the NumPy for matrix operations. So, let us have a look at this picture here. You can see what you call it as a matrix, a two-dimensional matrix. So, a two-dimensional matrix is the set of numbers that are represented in the tabular format, that is, which contains set of rows and the columns. So, a matrix can also be extended to multiple dimensions also. It can be extended to 3 dimensions, 4 dimensions, even the higher dimensions. So, what you can see here is a two-dimensional matrix. Basically, Python doesn't have a built-in data structure that is supporting the matrix operations. So, that is the problem with the Python, the basic Python programming. But to support the matrix operations to some extent, you can use a nested list. So, basically nested list, a way to represent the multi-dimensional arrays in Python. So, if you observe here, I am going to represent whatever we have shown in the previous figure. So, that kind of two-dimensional matrix I am going to represent using the list in Python. So, here you can observe, so the first row of the matrix, then the second row, which is the second list, then the third row of the matrix, which is represented using the third list. Here you can see A is represented as a nested list, where every element is a list which represents a single row in the two-dimensional matrix. So, here you can see, so this is the representation. A is here A is the representation of the two-dimensional representation, which is having 3 rows with 4 columns in each row, right. So, that is how a matrix can be represented using the nested list. But the problem here is nested lists are very slow in processing, that is, they are not efficient. So, that is the problem with the lists. So, another alternative for the representation of the matrices is the NumPy package. So, Python supports a beautiful package for supporting the matrix operations, that is NumPy. So, NumPy is obviously a better solution for the representation of the matrix and the matrix operations. So, now let us see what NumPy is. NumPy is an extended library for the supporting various matrix operations, which is created in the year 2005 by Travis Oliphant. So, it is an acronym for the numerical Python. So, NumPy stands for the numerical Python. So, NumPy is a Python extended library for the array operations or the matrix operations. So, it supports the creation and the processing of n-dimensional matrices or the n-dimensional array objects. So, that is what NumPy is. So, let us see what are the various features that are supported by NumPy package. So, of course, it is an open source library which is an extended version of the Python, and then it is closer to the hardware. That is how it is more efficient when compared to the lists, and occupies contiguous memory locations inside the memory while storing. So, it can be easily accessed while retrieving the elements of the matrices or the arrays. That is another advantage of using the NumPy package, and it is written mostly in C for efficiency reasons, and part of it is written by Python also. So, because C is extensively used while writing this NumPy package, so the efficiency is higher. Another important feature is it is approximately 50 times faster than when compared to the lists. So, these are the various features that are supported by the NumPy package for the matrix operations or the matrix creations. So, now let us see where we can use NumPy. So, wherever it is very critical, wherever efficiency is the critical reason, in such applications NumPy can be extensively used. So, it can be used in the image processing applications, in the signal processing, then the scientific computing, then even it can be used for the data science applications even the machine learning applications. So these are all various applications where NumPy can be used. Of course, these are only few, but it can be used extensively in various applications wherever matrix processing or the array processing is required. Now let's have a look at the NumPy ecosystem. So as NumPy is extensively used and has become very popular, there are multiple libraries that have been developed on top of the NumPy package. So if you assume NumPy as a basic package, then on top of NumPy, so there are various built-in packages. There are various packages that are developed on top of NumPy. You can see SciPy, Matplotlib, then Pandas, and you can even consider scikit-learn, then Numba, Stats models, then OpenCV, and in addition you have PyTables, scikit-image, PySal, then numerical expressions, and also the Keras module, which is extensively used for the machine learning, especially the deep learning applications. So these are all the packages that are developed on top of NumPy. So believe me, if you don't have NumPy, you don't have the other packages that are developed on NumPy package. So that's how NumPy has become very, very popular in data science, machine learning, and especially in the deep learning applications. So all these are the packages which uses extensively the array objects or the matrix objects that are supported by the NumPy package. Then what are the various kinds of operations that are supported by NumPy? So NumPy supports, of course, starting from the arithmetic operations and the statistical operations, bitwise operations, copying and viewing of the arrays or the matrices. In addition, you can use for the stacking, then the matrix operations, linear algebra operations, broadcasting, mathematical operations, then searching, indexing, and counting. So all these operations that are available as part of the NumPy. So to do any of these operations, you need not to write any specific code. So straight away the functions are available, so you just use the functions, get it done, that's all. So that's how NumPy is very useful to do any of these operations. So when NumPy is very much useful and when it is very easy to use, then so why don't we learn NumPy? Before understanding how to use the NumPy package, so let's see how do we install NumPy in our Python environment. You can install NumPy package in your runtime environment. So in different ways. So one is using the pip installer and the other one is the conda installer, right? So using the pip installer, you can run the statement at the command prompt pip install NumPy. So it loads the NumPy package into your Python environment, and when you are using the conda distribution, then you can use the statement conda install NumPy. So to install NumPy into your environment. So that's how it is possible to install NumPy. Then once the library is installed, it is not possible to use it in your Python runtime environment. So to use it in your runtime environment, so you need to load the NumPy package. That's what we have discussed in the modules videos also. How to load the module once it is installed. So you can use, of course, the import keyword to install any package. So similarly, you can use the import statement. Import NumPy is the statement you can use to import the NumPy package to your Python runtime environment, or otherwise another popular way of importing NumPy package is import NumPy as NP. Here you are creating an alias for the NumPy package. So NP has become the alias for the NumPy package, and hereafter so you can use the alias NP. So wherever you want to refer the objects of the NumPy package. So you can use the methods like np.max, np.min, np.sum, or np.arrange. That is, you are using the alias name to access various objects that are supported by the NumPy package. So that's how you can install the NumPy module and you can import the NumPy module into your runtime environment. Now let's see how NumPy supports the use of the arrays or the creation of the arrays using the NumPy package. Arrays are basically the basic building blocks of the NumPy module. So they are kind of major objects of the NumPy module. So you can create the n-dimensional arrays also. Basically an array is a collection of homogeneous elements. That is, so an array is a collection of the same type of elements together. So let it be numbers, let it be strings, let it be characters, let it be images, but all the elements, the collection of elements must be of the same type. So that's what the meaning of the homogeneous elements indicate. So an array is a collection of homogeneous elements. So it can be 0 dimension So where it is a scalar, it can be one dimensional. Where it is a vector, it can be two dimensional. Where it is a matrix, it can be three dimensional, 4 dimensions, even n dimensions also. So it is possible to create n dimensional array objects using the NumPy package. So especially the arrays or the matrices that are supported by the NumPy package, they are popularly known as a ND array, which stands for n dimensional array objects. ND array, n dimensional array objects. So hereafter, so wherever we are referring to the matrix, we call it as ND array in NumPy. So and because the elements in the array or the ND array, they are occupying the contiguous memory locations, so they can be accessed, the elements of the matrix or the array can be accessed using the integer indexing. So the accessing or the retrieving of the elements from the ND array is very simple. You can simply use the integer indexing. So however you are accessing the lists, to access the elements from the list, you are using the integer indices, right? So in a similar manner, you can use the integer indexing, so to access specific elements from the ND array. So in this video so far, we have seen what NumPy is and what are the features that are supported by NumPy. In addition, we have seen how to install NumPy, then how to import them to your runtime environment, and what are the basic building blocks of NumPy. So in the next video, we'll see how to create these basic building blocks that are supported by NumPy and a lot of features that are supported by this NumPy package in detail. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video.